Leza live on the radio, on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. Somber day today. I was going to say happy hump day, but then I caught myself before I said it because it's not so much. Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? What's today?
I don't know.
Wednesday.
I lost count.
It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, yes. And it is 9/11, making it a super somber day. 23 years ago today, the terror attack on our country, just, close to 3,000 lives lost. You guys remember where you were when you heard the news, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
in college.
Yeah, where were you specifically?
I was asleep, and my roommate came in and woke me up and said, dude, there's something going on because I'm watching ESPN, and then I'm watching CNN, and then I'm watching ABC, and it's all the same feed.
Right.
He's like, dude, you need to get up. You
Right,
need to get up now.
right.
And I did.
Yeah. Yeah, my story was very similar. I had little kids at home, 2 and 3 years old, and my girlfriend called. We were all still sleeping, and she's like, Leza, you got to get up and turn on the news. Something awful is happening. And I'm so glad she did because my husband, who was at work, didn't want to bother me. And I was like, no, that's something you need to get up for, definitely. How about you, Drew?
I was in McCormick Place in Chicago at a trade show watching the first plane hit, and I just was devastated. And when the second one hit, I turned to my buddy Mark. I said, we're at war, man. We need to get home.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. And where were you living at the time?
San Clemente.
Okay, yeah, so you hopped on a flight?
Well,
Remember
there was no flights.
I was going to say they grounded all the flights.
They did everything, and the company, they had transportation going to our East Coast facilities, but the West Coast, they didn't travel. And I said, well, tell you what, let me do what I can do. I ended up renting 5 motorhomes, and that's how we ended up getting back, taking a motorhome and driving back, and all the issues, and gas
awful.
stations closed.
Right.
I mean, it was a 3-day trip that was just very, very memorable.
Well, and stressful. I'm sure you were anxious to get home to your family and this really awful time that we've never experienced anything like before. Yeah.
And you were just out on the West Coast, so San Onofre right there.
Yeah.
Well, they had a battleship or a cruiser or an escort, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what one it was, and that was sitting in front because they said that they were going to target the nuclear power plant. So literally, I've got an ocean view, and I've got fighter planes literally flying in front of my house the whole night. It was an incredible time.
Man, 23 years
23,
ago.
yeah.
Unbelievable. And still just as fresh as far as the pain and the sadness and the hurt that we all experienced.
My buddy, who every year we're together on this, we talked last night, and it's funny. I can remember the outfit I was wearing, my suit, my tie, what he was wearing, because I remember grabbing him saying, we got to go.
Right, yeah. So awful, but so that makes today, just a sad day. On top of that, I had a really sad day yesterday. I wasn't here yesterday. Jason filled in for me. Thanks, you guys, for welcoming Jason. And, of course, I felt bad for our guests, Kelly Lee and Deanna Eater. But I had to put my 16-and-a-half-year-old dog down yesterday, and I've never done that before. And at first, when I first learned of it on Monday, I told you guys, I'll be here.
Right.
But then as soon as it hit me what I had to do, I needed to spend that time with her. I was like, there's no way. I mean, I'll come on the radio with a serious topic and just, cry all hour. But, yeah, I had a really nice morning with her and took her to Mile High Animal Hospital. Dr. Bryce Smith has been her doctor for her whole life. And was just the whole staff there, so loving and kind. And, it was a hard decision to make. That is a tough one because it's like you just want God to just take her in her sleep, and you pray for that. I prayed for that for a long time, actually. And because she just had no quality of life, she couldn't see, she couldn't hear. She didn't walk around. She stayed in her bed or in my bed or on the couch. I mean, she did not walk around. No tail wagging. But she had all of her, she was still had appetite. Still, did her duty outside. Didn't have any issues with that. So that's where it's a fine line. It's like, well, who am I to say? I mean, she's still functioning somewhat.
Well, looking at it from the good side, most people don't get 16 years out of a dog.
Right.
So you were able to take care of that dog.
Yeah.
Give it 16 years of wonderful love and quality in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at all the positive. Look at all the joy that dog brought you.
Oh, absolutely. And when I was holding her, when they first administered what's it called? To put her to sleep. I can't think of the word.
Euthanasia?
No. That came second. Just
pink juice?
An anesthesia.
Oh, yeah.
A sedative. There it is.
There-
Sorry.
Between the three of us, we should be able to come up with it.
It was right there, too. He gave her a sedative, and that just relaxed her, and she was at peace for the first time, still alive, for the first time in years, because she was just Chihuahua, so high anxiety already, and just feeling her just release in my arms, but still be alive. It was like, oh, this is so the right thing for Lulu. And I felt it at that moment. And then when they did go ahead and administer the euthanasia, whatever that liquid is, it was just peaceful. It really was peaceful. And I felt relief for Lulu. So here they come, the tears. I knew I couldn't fight them. But, she was a great dog. Great dog. For a long time. My kids were little when we adopted her the day before Easter. Cute story. And if I talk too much on Lulu, please tell me to move along. But
no way, this is your show.
But there are times when you can definitely help me. But she was there was this playpen on the courthouse plaza the day before Easter. You know how they have like the Easter egg hunts and all those things. Well, this woman was selling her Chihuahua puppies. And this was this little white Chihuahua. I mean, she was tiny. And she had a pink little nose and pink little ears, pure white other than that, and a pink belly. And Scott said to the girls, they were 9 and 10, we're going to go to lunch with your grandparents. And if she's still here when we come back, we'll get her. Well, those kids ate everything on their plate as fast as they could. Scott is thinking for sure. She's the only puppy left. She's going to be adopted, right? And so we go racing back. I think we ran from Murphy's to the courthouse plaza. I was leading the pack. I was excited too. And we get there, and Lulu Bell is still there. 8 weeks old. She's still there. It was meant to be. I wrote the check. And away we went. That was the best Easter ever. We woke up and nobody cared about the Easter bunny or candy or crap. They were just excited about this little tiny white puppy that was there. So many great memories of Lulu Bell. So rest in peace, my dear girl. Oh, and then last night, this is weird. I heard her all night long. What is that? Your mind playing tricks on you?
Phantom,
because she would stay in her, we call it the dog room. She'd lay in her bed in the dog room. And when she needed me, she would bark. And I would get up, whatever I'm doing, I would come to her and see what she needed. Well, last night, I heard her bark all night long. Scott says that she was just telling us that she's okay, but that was awful because I woke up every time and then I remembered. So, there you go. Is that enough?
Plenty. I mean, how do you feel? You feel better?
I do. I do
Good.
feel better. Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
That's what you needed to do.
That's
then.
what I'm dealing with
Now
today,
we need a Bubba story for tomorrow.
And
oh yeah, okay. I'll get you a good Bubba story for tomorrow. Yeah, Bubba and Teddy. I still have my
oh, that's right,
my
Teddy.
9-year-old Chorky. She's Chihuahua Yorkie mix, 3 pounds. She turned 9 on Monday. So we still have 2 dogs, healthy, happy. I'm counting my blessings. For sure. Definitely.
And now on to Drew's Daily Do.
You ready for that?
We went
You ready
from
for
the dogs
that?
to the Daily Do. Worked
Oh
out great.
my gosh. Well, okay. Actually, I want to tell you guys that before that, it is National Make Your Bed Day. You guys make your bed?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I
I believe you. No, I wasn't being sarcastic.
Oh,
I
I
believe
thought
you.
you were-
This one over here,
Well, the question is, what do you consider making your bed?
like tucking it in, tucking in the sheet,
Right.
folding back, putting decorative pillows. That's my
Oh,
definition.
Yeah, I have so many pillows. But I make it once, and then when I need to do laundry again, I'll make it again.
Oh, okay. So changing your bed is making your bed for you.
Pretty much.
Well, I definitely, that's one of the things. changing jobs and changing the time I work, I never got to make the bed because Scott was still sleeping when I left at 5 a.m. And so now I have the absolute joy of making my bed every day and just making it how I want it. And there is something to be said for that. Definitely.
It gives you a sense of accomplishment first thing in the morning.
It does. It does. Yes. And that's what psychologists say. It encourages task completion habits, making you more productive throughout your day. Besides it makes your mother happy, Matt. Ma Henshaw makes.
She's still sleeping, so she's fine.
But there is an argument about not making your bed, that it's bad for you. Have you heard this?
I'm all for that argument.
Yeah, they're saying that dust mites thrive in warm, moist environments, and making your bed right as you get out of bed creates such an environment. You're trapping in those dust mites that are just procreating in your warm, moist bed.
But if you're sleeping right, it shouldn't be moist or damp. It should,
but
you should be sleeping cooler.
I don't know, middle-aged woman. You're sleeping
you don't
hot.
get a choice.
You're sleeping hot, man. I even
gotcha.
have one of those Tempur-Pedic cooling mattresses. BS, let me tell you. No, there's the.
You're always hot.
I did that with a couple of the pillows, the cooling pillows.
Yeah.
It's nice and cool until
You
like
put
an
your
hour
head-
later,
your
and
head
then
hits it.
you wake up and you're like hot, and you flip it over, and you're like, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like.
And you can't do that with the mattress.
You keep doing it every hour. It's
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. So anyway, they say there are reasons you should not make your bed, but I'm still going to make it regardless.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad said, this is what you do. Mom
Right.
needs this done. Get up, make your bed.
Yeah.
Because I went from mom to dad to back to me, so I was in trouble again. Or I always in trouble, I should say.
That's hilarious. Well, so that's something you need to know. And I have news. Are you ready for your daily do?
Of course.
Yes, we're always ready for the daily do, right? The health department in Queensland, Australia, put out an alert the other day letting people know it's okay to poo and do the do at work. Apparently, many people struggle with this. They do their very best to avoid going number 2 anywhere other than home. I know somebody like that.
It's all about the home field advantage.
Well, if that is available, of course. But this health department had fun with it by getting on the Symphony Dolphin meme, that dolphin with the whimsical rainbows coming behind it, with a non-inspirational message. And their post said, it's okay to poo at work, adding that lots of people find it difficult, even though it's nothing to be embarrassed about.
And you're getting paid to do the do.
You're getting paid while doing the do.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, so they dropped the term poo paranoia and listed 4 things. Look, my phone's ringing. And listed 4 things that might help people who suffer from it. Would you like to hear those just in case you too have a hard time doing your daily do at work?
Oh, of course.
Okay, or somebody else out there. Maybe Steve Blair needs some help this morning. We don't know. I don't know.
Steve always needs help.
He looked fine to me, but you never know.
Okay.
They say to remember that everyone poops. They say try visualizing someone famous on the toilet, and they suggested Taylor Swift.
I know. I do not want to envision that.
I'm sure Taylor's ecstatic about that advice.
That's ruining the fantasy.
Swifty. Okay.
She's probably pretty quick. I'm just saying. They say bring a small fragrance spray in the toilet with you. When I first got my job here, I brought a bottle of Poopery and I set it on the back of the toilet just because it's there if you need it. You're welcome, right?
It was gone the next day, wasn't it?
No, it's still there. A year and a half later.
I figured
I might be the only one using it. I don't know.
I figured Drew or Johnny Wet Metal took it home.
No, we don't share bathrooms with the boys here.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. It says to avoid food or drinks that might trigger your bowels. But they didn't say anything about just being loud and proud and owning it. And they also said breathe deeply or do a short meditation exercise if you can't produce. So there you go. I don't know.
What happened to the newspaper and the magazines?
Yeah. No, they don't encourage that.
They don't encourage
They don't
that
want you
anymore?
to sit in there for an hour and a half like some people we know.
An hour
Why'd
and
you
a
look
half.
at me?
I wasn't looking at you. Just because
I
you're
know.
here. I don't know
I'm
anything
just
about
here.
your potty habits, Matt.
That's good.
That's
I'm
a little
glad.
TMI.
I'm really glad you don't know.
Just a little.
Nobody knows. That's one of the benefits of living alone.
All right.
But
okay.
no, here I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had a coworker?
Is it a personal question? Okay, coworker.
No. Have you ever had a coworker where they show up to work, punch in, and then immediately walk to the bathroom?
I don't know.
And do their due?
Did you?
Oh,
Have you?
many.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like they wait.
You said that you used to have your office by the bathroom.
Yes.
Or you
that's
still
why
do.
I'm still by the bathroom. Yes.
Yeah.
At Realty One Group. I don't know.
Don't say where.
Well, everybody knows where I work. You'll hear my ad
that's
later.
True. That's true. Yeah, I've heard your
But
ad.
yeah, when I was at my other job before that, and then when
Yeah.
I was at the newspaper, they always stick the photographers in the back because
Yeah.
we're always on the go and having to go. And
Right.
it was right next to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, that's no fun. That and on an airplane.
Yeah. It's
Not recommended.
very similar.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it is. Okay. Well, I have more stories. We should probably take a quick break. Does that sound like a plan? And then
Unless it's a really good story
Let me see.
and we can't miss it.
Yeah, let's come back and finish up these stories. We're going to chat with Alex Heineman, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Arizona, a little later on this hour. Going to wrap up the Dancing for the Stars. He's going to tell us the exact amount of money that we raised in our event, and he's going to share with us the next event that you guys are really going to love, especially you, Drew. All right? So stick around for that coming up right around 9:30. Right now, lots of before and after pictures on Artful Eyes Facebook and Instagram pages. So cool to see old jewelry get a makeover. You need to do this. You need to clean out your jewelry boxes and go get your free jewelry design consultation. It's super fun, and you get to repurpose what's just sitting in your jewelry box. I mean, it's worth something, and a lot of times it might be sentimental. You don't want to get rid of it. You don't wear it. What do? Well, you take it down to the Artful Eye Jewelers. Turn your old jewelry into something you will love to wear again. Their master jewelers and designers are experts at this process. Like I said, ideas and estimates are always free at the Artful Eye Jewelers, Middle of Whiskey Road, downtown Prescott. We'll be right back. I still love radio. It's Leza Live on the news, 103.5 FM KYCA on a Wednesday, September 11th. Talking about some of the stories making headlines this morning besides the few that we've talked about. You guys watched the debate last night?
No, I did not.
Oh, because you were at a rock concert.
I was mosh pitting with my younger sister.
I see how you are. You don't care. You don't have your finger on the pulse of what's happening in our country, or maybe you're just smart.
Oh no, I recorded it, but it was bands that one person that I hadn't seen, but I really didn't desire to see them. I really didn't care. Just kind of indifferent.
Who was the band?
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, fun. I don't know if that's fun.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Interesting is a better word.
That's not the band I bought the tickets for. It was
Oh.
Five Finger Death Punch, who was the headliner. I wanted to see them, and they were fantastic.
Oh, good.
But I feel bad for my sister. She gets one night of
Is this
finally
Booger's mom?
Yes.
Okay.
Finally to go out and do something and enjoy herself.
Yeah.
And Booger's lost her mind the entire time, screaming and crying and not wanting to sleep because mom wasn't there.
Well, that doesn't
Felt
say
bad.
different from what you said she does when mom is there.
Very true. Very true. She's
Not
just
to call her out, but
she's a very needy baby.
yeah, she's only 2.
Yeah, but
Terrible 2s. That's where that saying comes from.
yeah, but she
She'll
started
grow
when
out
she
of
was
it.
1.
She'll-
So
Day 1, right? Day 1. Oh, God bless. Well, and so who was watching Booger?
my mom and her father.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they let her know that she was not going
She
to
was
bed?
texting the
Turn
whole
off your
time.
phone at
Yeah.
that point.
The whole time, and
Yeah.
we left the concert a little early, which I wasn't super happy about. I'm like, she's fine. She'll
Booger's
cry
fine.
herself to sleep.
Oh, God bless. All right. Well, I watched the debate, and
I still
after
had
the
fun.
debate, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. So things are getting interesting. People are already talking about another debate. I don't think we need another one. I think we did it. I watched the whole thing. I don't think I need to watch it again. But yeah, things are getting interesting, and this is kind of interesting. People were betting on the debate last night, betting on the color of Donald Trump's tie. A blue tie would have scored 12-1 odds, but he wore red. Of course he's going to wear red.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
That's his outfit.
Well, I mean, he's a Republican. They wear red.
The party colors.
That's
Yep.
the party colors. Bookies also set 100-1 odds of him wearing a bow tie. Like
No,
that would ever happen.
Yeah, it'd probably be more than 100, I think.
You could also bet on whether they'd shake hands. No was the heavy favorite, but Kamala came out on stage and walked right over to him and stuck her hand out at him.
Yeah.
So when they did shake hands, someone made a killing on that one. So kind of interesting to make it into a game. Maybe I'll do that next time.
Welcome to our the nation's politics now. It's a
Exactly.
game. Let's bet on everything.
Exactly. You know, I have to admit, I don't talk about politics on this show, but I'm aware of what's going on. I'm awake. I'm not woke, but I'm awake. I
Watch
am,
yourself. Yeah, you're going to set Drew off.
Exactly. I am paying attention, and that's what I highly recommend people do. Pay attention. I'm not going to get into a debate with anybody about it because there's nothing I can say that's going to change your mind. There's nothing you can say that's going to change mine. So that's why I just stay away from it, and we talk about, the daily do instead.
The key is to be informed, though. And I have
Exactly.
that discussion a lot with my family and
Yes,
friends. And
yes.
being a former member of, media,
Yeah.
you got to be informed, especially
Yes.
at the community level, personally.
Absolutely.
National, sure, if not. But
Oh, yeah.
community at a minimum.
I'm interested in all of it, but I didn't want people to think just because I don't talk about it that I don't care. I choose not to for various reasons. So anyway,
Absolutely.
let's talk about the smuggled Cheetos that may have broken a national park.
That's where I go.
Let's shift gears, shall we? Who knew just a few Cheetos could ruin a national park? Someone smuggled in a bag of them into the Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico, and then it slipped through their orange fingers down to the cavern floor below. Now the park says those Cheetos are having a huge impact on the cave's ecosystem. Can't somebody get them out of there?
Well, I was there last year, and they don't call it the bottomless pit for nothing.
Really, it is that far down, huh?
It is. They have a guy, and they say they throw a pebble down, and you never hear
You
it.
don't. Okay.
I mean, when I say it's the bottomless pit,
Right. It's
and for somebody to do that, I mean, it is such a special place.
Right.
I can't fathom somebody bringing food in there. I mean, how stupid.
Well, it kind of reminded me about the time we took the The bag of Cheetos on the boat in Nicaragua, and the monkey jumped on the boat, stole the Cheetos, and bit somebody. I think people just need to leave the Cheetos at home.
Yeah.
Well, I think the more pressing question of the whole situation
Yes, Matt,
is
please.
the crunchy or puffs.
Oh,
Because
I do
if
know
it's
they're
puffs,
yeah.
then, it probably,
Yeah. Well, I don't know the answer to your question, but I do know that the sad little bag is the perfect host for fungus to grow, which has spread to the other caves, killing off natural vegetation. Park rangers had to rappel down and clean out even the tiniest traces of it. Unfortunately, they say some of the damage is irreversible. So, you know
That's
what? There are
sad.
rules for a reason, people. Rules for a reason.
yeah, to keep Cheetos from destroying our beautiful country.
Exactly. Here's a story for you. Visiting relatives in the slammer is never easy, as we all know. Just kidding.
Hey, why again looking at me?
I've never visited anybody in
Well,
prison.
nobody visited me. Wait, no.
Oh, shoot. Sorry about that.
I'd visit you, Matt.
I would visit you too,
Thanks,
Matt.
Drew.
Yeah,
You're the
yeah.
best.
So one California woman has been awarded nearly $6 million for the way she was treated while visiting her incarcerated husband. She claims that she was strip searched, made to take pregnancy and drug tests, and required to do a CT scan and x-rays. And she was still denied the visit after all that. The California Department of Corrections will have to pay most of the settlement, and the rest will be paid by correctional officers, a doctor, and a hospital. $6 million.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. She should be the one paying to have all those things done, because when I go to the doctor, I have to have lots of
Right.
those things done, and it costs me a lot of money.
Yes,
And she got it for free and $6 million?
Well, she got the CT scan for free and the x-ray for free, but they were looking for, drugs and stuff.
Well, I don't care what jail is this. I mean, this sounds like great health care to me.
You're funny. Okay, here's a story for you and me for sure. Do you have a metal water bottle, Drew?
Yes.
Okay. This says you've probably got a reusable water bottle with you right now, which we do, and it's probably kind of nasty. When's the last time you cleaned it?
I wash mine out every day.
You do?
Yeah, but
Do
I
you,
don't
Drew?
use it with...
Do you clean it every day?
Last night.
But do you clean it every day?
Yeah. At the end of the night, I
Okay,
clean it.
I
use
don't-
one glass.
I don't. I'm nasty. I use the same water bottle all week long, and then I change it out. Well, now they're saying that a new survey finds that more than 60% clean their bottles daily, but about 15% only clean it a few times a month. 4 times a month is more than a few. And experts say bacteria can double each day. So, to clean that water bottle more often and focus on those nooks and crannies, that's where the gross stuff grows.
The problem I have, no matter how much I clean it, it's still coffee, so it's still kind of...
Yeah, it's still kind of brown and
Brown,
stained.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see Alex in the green room? He never texts me back. Oh, there, text. Said 4 minutes ago. I'm coming. He's coming. Okay.
He's
well,
coming.
I'll
All
keep
right.
talking. I'll keep talking. 'cause
Or
I
you can
got-
take a break.
I got
He just
more
drove through.
stories. Okay. Perfect. One more story, or let's just take a break. Take a break, and when he comes in, we're gonna put him in the hot seat.
Was it a good story, though?
Well, it's about
I mean,
It's about a new trifold smartphone.
Is it going to change my life? Because
Well,
it sounds like it might.
It folds down. It's trifold, and it
Okay.
folds down into the size of an iPhone. And then when you open it up, it's the size of a tablet. But it's going to cost you $2,800.
Drew, can I borrow $2,800?
It's okay. It's okay.
If I had it, I'd give it to you.
It's okay. You would? You'd give it to Matt? Would you give me $2,800?
If I had it, I'd do it.
Oh, he's so sweet.
He is, isn't
we
he?
love Drew. But anyway, yeah, that was it. That was the story. And it's not made by any of the big phone makers. It's made by Huawei.
Huawei? Oh, yeah.
Huawei.
Huawei's a pretty big
Yeah.
phone maker, just not in the United States.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
And they said that the phone looks more like a room divider when it's folded up, but you can open it up. It actually is 2 devices in one. So, I mean, we'll have to see. There you go. That was worth telling. All right. Alex Heineman, CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Arizona, has entered the building. We're going to chat with Alex next here on Leza Live. Right now, ladies, if you are dealing with the effects of hormonal imbalance, you're tired, you don't feel like yourself, well, there's help at Prescott Women's Clinic. They have the solution with their bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. It's natural and it's effective, and it's a way you can feel like yourself again. Very convenient locations in Prescott and Prescott Valley. You've got to make the first step, though. Pick up the phone. Make the call to take care of yourself today. 928-778-4300 is their number. You can reach them online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Welcome back. It's Leza live on the news, 103.5 FM KYCA. He's back.
Hi, Leza.
Alex Heineman from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Arizona. I'm surprised you're still standing after the weekend that we had, or the week, actually.
Ooh, Elton John. I'm still standing.
He's going to break out and dance.
I mean,
Watch
I'll
Matt.
still dance. Yeah, I can't believe I danced with the kids. I was only learning the routine to help them through
You are
it.
a dancer, though.
Thank you.
I mean, you didn't just do that.
Thank you.
And you've never danced before.
Well, and one of our pro dancers, Kelsey Clare, was back
Yeah.
there. She called me a dancer. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, really?
Yeah, you are a dancer.
Thank
yeah,
you. It was fun.
And I'm not gonna say the event went off without a hitch. I think I said that Monday morning, but there was a couple hitches. But
There were,
we didn't
yeah.
let them bring us down. What did you say? This rain ain't gonna ruin
yeah,
our parade.
It didn't rain on our parade.
Yeah.
It did, but it didn't. You know, the guests are all Arizonans, and we all went through the swing of it and had a great time. I mean, I thought that there was going to be more clouds and more rain. I was
Later
really,
in the day.
I was really sad that my blue carpet had to be pulled up. You know?
Yeah. The blue carpet. And then I was telling everybody on Monday you had these like a Walk of Fame stars, all the logos of all the sponsors, and I found mine, and you know where mine is?
Was it still on the sidewalk?
It was still on the sidewalk.
Oh, that's awesome.
But we peeled it up and took it home, and
Oh,
Scott put it on our front porch.
No way.
So
Is
you
it
walk up
drying
to my
off?
door, it's like stuck to my front
Oh, that's
porch.
great.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great. At least one survived.
Yeah, well, I know, and you were so sad about that because a
yeah.
lot of work, a lot of effort. The whole after party was outside in the sculpture garden, which is just beautiful if you've never seen.
Yeah.
and it was in a tent, so
Yeah,
it was an outdoor party.
We built a wedding party basically at the end of the Yavapai College's sculpture garden, and we did our job so well in working the land that we kind of created a runoff.
Yeah.
And so the rain kind of swept through our dancing area and our carpeted area.
Mm-hmm.
But major kudos to my development director, Savannah Harden, and then Zach Drake from Prescott Pro Sound, and even dancer Phil Stevens, and my director of support's husband, Tom Jost. I got to call these people out because they dried carpets, they moved the high top tables that were already put together, and just continued to clean and blow dry and vacuum as much of the carpet as possible to get us reset.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I went down there and I was putting my hands on the rug, all I saw was slip hazards, right?
Yeah.
You put your foot on a soggy carpet, you go to a vinyl dance floor.
Yeah.
And so I was really concerned, but those 4 people, I had to call all of them out because that's the reason the party happened.
Right.
And that's the reason I went back to Happy Alex and
Yeah,
excited Dancing for the Stars, Alex.
At intermission, Alex was like, I'll make the call if we're going to have the party at the end of the show. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
We'll stand by. But nobody was worried because everybody was having a great time with the pre-party and the actual show itself.
Yes.
The dancing was amazing. The audience was on fire.
They really were. The audience took us up to a whole new level.
Yeah, so supportive and just encouraging, and I mean, you just had to say, "Are you excited to be here?" And then tons of applause, and everybody did such a great job and raised a ton of money for our
really
kids
did, Leza.
in our community. What is the grand total that you have?
Well,
or do you not have the grand totals?
I have an announceable grand total. We are still crunching some net, but after about $75,000 in in-kind goods and services, that's the food, the alcohol, the marketing, the print, and the venue and the production and all of the things that were in-kind given to us, and all of the votes of both nights and everything throughout the whole season. I'm proud to say that we broke last year's record of $466,000, and we are sitting proud at $508,000.
Isn't that amazing? Over $1 million.
Over $500,000.
Over $500,000.
Oh
Sorry,
God.
yes.
Oh my God, Leza.
I got a little ahead of myself.
That's next year. No.
Over $500,000. Yeah. So
and it was amazing.
Yeah, and really not surprising though, because everybody was voting all night long.
They were,
and the dancers were bringing their best dances.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I don't want to get anybody upset, but I really think that this was the best season yet.
Oh, thank you, Leza.
Yes.
Well, we try our best, and we've been at Yavapai College doing this production-based Dancing for the Stars 3 times now.
Mm-hmm.
We figured the after party out, regardless of even rain.
Right.
And so we had a fantastic time from beginning to end.
Right.
And there was happy faces across the board.
Mm-hmm.
In the lobby, and I ran into board members, both past and present, dancers of the past, and everybody was just elated and having a great time.
Exactly. We all felt like we had done something really special for our community.
It was phenomenal.
And that's the best part, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we have to take a quick break. When we come back, let's talk about Leslie Costas, her record-breaking amount that she raised for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Arizona, and it's higher than y'all think.
Yeah,
That's coming up here on Leza Live. Stay with us. All right, picture this. You wake up with a dental problem, and your day suddenly feels like a marathon. But wait, there is a solution, Pro Solutions Dental Group, where they offer same-day dental technology. Yeah, you heard me right. No more waiting, no more hassle, whether it's a crown, a filling, or even a dental implant. Pro Solutions Dental Group uses cutting-edge techniques to get it done in just one day. Say goodbye to multiple appointments and hello to same-day smiles. Do not let dental issues slow you down. Call the team at Pro Solutions Dental Group today and experience the future of dentistry. 928-776-1208 or reach them online at PrescottDentist.com. best. Yeah, welcome back. It's Leza Live on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. I promise we will not talk about Dancing for the Stars again until when?
Oh, we'll try to keep it quiet till May next
Till
year.
May.
I think.
Till May, okay? We're going to shift gears here in just a minute
Yeah.
and talk about a different fundraiser, a brand new idea for our area. But first, we have to talk about Leslie Costas, who walked away with the Mirror Ball. This is the main award for the whole event, and it goes to the person that raises the most money for the cause, of course, the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Yes.
And originally we had thought she had broke the record. Now, what was Matt's record before?
So Matt is sitting at 96.4.
Okay, and that was
That was 2 years
seasons
ago. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the night of, we realized that Leslie had broken that record with what?
At the show, we announced that she was at 102.
Right.
But when I went to the office on Monday, there were still some donations that had been placed after my little voting system closes for the night.
Right.
And then there was another phone call too. And so Leslie's actually at $104,000.
$104,000.
It's amazing. Yes.
It really is.
And it's reflected now, I believe, on the live site, and all of our dancers' totals will rest there for the whole year until we do it again.
Do it again. That's dancingforthestars.net if you haven't checked it out.
Yes.
Okay, so one more thing before we shift gears here. We got to thank everybody, because we have to thank especially the dancers, the celebrity dancers. They're the ones that are out there fundraising and also learning a dance fit for stage in front of 1,000 people.
Right.
And so, I mean, to take on that commitment, those people are very, very special.
They are. And I write about them a lot when I'm emailing out to all of them. Is there's volunteers that give time, there's donors who give treasure, and then there's board members that give talent. And a dancer brings all three, and then they bring a talent that they never knew they had, or they might not even still, but they still come out and they do
Who
it.
are you talking about? Who didn't have talent? I'm just kidding.
I made that joke in front of all of the past celebrities, and they all looked at me like, watch yourself,
careful.
bud.
But anyway, what were you saying?
And I just think that that's amazing, because dancing is not just public speaking. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And you're entertaining the people that gave to you, so you already bugged them for money. And then we sell them on tickets, and then we're going to dance. It's so much.
Yeah.
It's so much that they commit to. It's a worthy cause, and that's why people still say yes.
That's right.
But it is tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
And so I'm grateful to everybody who's taken the badge.
The pro dancers also stepping up, all of the people that bought tickets, all the people that donated and sponsored. I mean, it really was a whole community coming together for the community, and that's the best. That's the best part of the whole thing.
It really is the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels great.
So let's shift gears. What is the new fundraiser that's coming up?
So I took a small nap and then got back to work. Well, what we want to do is offer something to the folks that may not have bought a new dress every year for Dancing for the Stars. We're looking for a whole new group of folks to help support the kids, and a brand new way to do that. And so I have a new shotgun shooting tournament called BGC On Target.
Okay.
And it works just like a golf tournament, where you build a team and there'll be an auction and a meal during. It's actually during instead of after. We'll just have the meal open and the auction, so when you're waiting your turn to shoot, you can hang out in our tent, and we're going to get Barry back there too, and Barry's going to bring a hunting themed menu.
Nice.
Bird hunting themed menu. And so it's a whole new way to raise money for the kids, and it's a whole new avenue. So it's a fun sport, and we're going to be at the Prescott Trap and Skeet Club.
So is that what we're going to be doing, trap and skeet?
Trap specifically. Skeet's a little advanced, and if there are some more advanced folks and we need a tiebreaker, we may look at the Skeet House.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
So what exactly is trap?
So trap is the little clay pigeons, those orange clay discs. They get shot out in front of you on like an oscillator kind of.
Okay.
And skeet is the clay can come from any other angle, over your shoulder, from behind your back.
I
That's
didn't
what
know
skeet
that.
is, and it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So trap, we wanted to start there, just to offer to a bunch of folks.
Sure.
And we've already got some great partners that are helping us put it on, like J&G Sales, and Ruger is offering a couple guns up for auction. So they'll have teams out there. Our very own APS, the power company, is going to have a team out there. And so we're really excited to put on a whole new event, and there's
Mm-hmm.
lots of space available. So come out. We know that this may be a great event for veterans, so we actually have a challenge coin for the event.
Nice.
And so all participants get a challenge coin, and we'll be serving lunch and auctioning off some guns and some other items from like Cal Ranch and
Right.
other places.
Now, is there an age limit? Do you have
There
to be
is
a
an
certain
age limit.
Okay.
Even though this is an adult shoot, there are some youth shooters in town, and
Mhm.
in fact, the range that's housing us has a youth circuit.
Mhm.
So if you're 16
Mhm.
and up, you can come
Okay.
out and shoot.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And men and women alike.
Yes, of course.
And how proficient at shooting trap do you need to be?
Well, you don't need to be that proficient at all. I mean, I love making events where people don't have the skill to do the thing.
right.
So this is actually easy access into shotgun shooting and sporting clays, is to start with trap and to really like just learn the sport and have a good time.
Right.
So yeah, and it's coming up on bird season. So if you want to work out your chops, then
Sure.
this is a perfect chance to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you have to have your own shotgun?
We are asking that people bring their own guns. This is our
Okay.
first time doing this, so we don't exactly have loaner connections yet.
Right.
But we plan to grow this event and
Yeah.
also grow in other disciplines possibly. If people
Nice.
like this one and they're
Yeah.
asking for pistol,
Yeah.
I think that pistol would probably be the next one.
See, this is cool. It's
Yeah.
something totally different.
It's completely
Never
different.
heard
it
of a
doesn't-
fundraiser at the shooting range.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. How can people get more information? How can they register?
They can go to clubsontarget.org.
Clubs
That's it.
on Target.
You can buy ticket.
.org.
You can buy a single ticket for yourself, and
And
we'll
how
put
much
you on a
is
team.
How much is a
It's
single
$100
ticket?
a person.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
and then a team is like $425 or something like that.
Okay.
We have sponsorships available, but this is not like Dancing for the Stars dollars and prices. This is something where we really just want a bunch of folks to come check it out
Mm-hmm.
and build teams and connect with us to come see what we got going on.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Tons of fun.
September
right.
28th.
September 28th. That's
Yes,
important.
ma'am.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll talk more with Alex Heineman from the Boys and Girls Clubs coming up here on Leza Live. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA. Alex from the Boys and Girls Club just told us about BGC on Target.
Correct. That's Boys and Girls Club on Target.
Gotcha,
Mhm.
gotcha. I love it. And that's coming up on September 28th.
Mhm.
Again, the website to get yourself registered for this next fundraising event for the clubs.
Clubsontarget.org.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, very easy to
peasy.
remember.
Let's talk a little bit about why you're adding another fundraising event, especially
Sure.
so close after the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dancing's timeline has been set to the fall after the pandemic, and we are working on new strategies to look at where in the calendar it should be. But BGC on Target definitely belongs in the fall because it leads into bird hunting season, and it's a fall sport, and so that's why it's there. But the reason why we're doing it, one, because it's cool, right?
Yeah.
We want to do something cool and be known for cool events.
Right.
But two, we do need an addition of revenue as we grow in capacity and as we move forward on this adventure-based programming as a year-round type model. But also just hearing throughout the Quad Cities and the rest of Yavapai County that our services may be needed. So any plans of expansion definitely need initial funds. And we think that the On Target series could be a great way to help us with the operation so that dancing can maintain its majesty and its hugeness, its greatness, and just for us to grow so that we can serve more and do more of this adventure-based stuff.
Right. Well, you talk about the adventure base, and people may not know that is kind of a shift in your programming
Yeah.
from back years back past.
Exactly.
You're not a child care facility.
Right,
You are a
right.
place where kids can go and have fun and do adventure-based type activities.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, so we want to take we've gotten really good at summer day camp. That's where I came from, is camp programs, and so we're just trying to turn that after school hour up a notch.
Yeah.
And really, it's 3 hours. There's a solid 3 hours where you usually put your kid in an extracurricular that costs a lot, and we're just trying to offer an outdoor-based extracurricular built within our after-school program.
Right.
And so, yeah, that changes things like capacity of vehicles and field trips and certifications of staff. And but it's worth it.
Right.
It's worth it. The kids have so much fun outside.
Oh yeah.
We can only do so many crafts in the club.
Right.
Without the kids being like, okay, we've seen it been done. Like I said in
Right.
my poem, we've seen
Yeah.
it been done.
Yeah.
And so we just want to be like, hey,
Yeah. Let's go to the lake.
Yeah.
Let's go hiking.
let's go.
Yeah. Let's get out of here
Yeah.
and go on an adventure.
So instead of like logistics of like renting and facilitating and things like that, let's keep it all internal.
Right.
So that the moment the kids are like, we want to X, and then the staff are like, okay,
yeah.
here we go.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
So great. Well, how are the clubs doing? We're back to school,
Yes.
and so we are seeing kids more regularly. I'm sure
yes.
they're back from their vacations, and
Yes.
and so are we packed? Do we have a wait
We are
list?
we
or
are
is there
packed.
room?
Right now, Prescott Valley's got a little bit of a wait list, but it does change weekly because
Okay.
kids use us at different frequencies throughout the school
Sure.
year. So always check us out in Prescott Valley. There's a constant flow.
Okay.
Prescott is open. We actually don't know what the limit is on Prescott. I have an amazing team there,
Yeah.
and we haven't filled it yet. We definitely filled it during summer, and we feel like 100 to 120 kids is where it's like, okay, maybe a new building.
Right. Right. I
but-
know that you
but
talked
yeah.
about that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have,
down
and
the
the
road.
adventure programs are the first step to that,
Sure,
right?
sure.
A reason to have a new building would be the adventure programs.
Sure.
And so once those are very strong, then we'll be talking about that. Yeah.
Fantastic. The best way for people to get information on the Boys and Girls Clubs and also to find out if there is space for
Yeah.
their kid is what?
BGCCAZ.org. You can find information on Target, Dancing for the Stars, our scholarship programs, signing up for the program, what we do for fall, spring, and summer break. It's all there. And
Perfect.
we're working on those websites, all three of those websites all the time.
I'm
so,
sure.
and reach out to us. I mean, I'm easy to find.
Okay.
I very rarely take vacation.
You're at the clubs. Alex, thanks so much for all you do.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Leza.
you.
Thank
And thank you for listening. We'll see you back here tomorrow.